Trying to decipher whether to push a child or temper your expectations can be tricky for parents. It's even trickier for a school facing those questions with an entire student body while working to discern the challenges each individual student faces. But Pepin Academies has taken up the gauntlet. The innovative charter schools are raising the bar and their students' self-esteem and expectations. Here's a Water Difference correspondent, David DeJohn, with the story.
I feel really great about my future.
Nico is a 5th grader who loves his school and loves to learn. He currently attends Pepin Academies and says he's been going here since the 3rd grade.
What you might not know is that Pepin Academies has a wonderful place, is like one of the most wonderful schools I know.
Pepin Academies has 3 campuses located in the Tampa Bay area. The school's mission is to empower students with learning disabilities and to maximize their potential in a positive, therapeutic, educational environment.
I think what everyone needs to understand in general about students with learning disabilities or attentional issues is they have average to above average IQs. They're brilliant people. They just don't learn in the same way that other people learn. And you can pretty much take that across the board with, our students with autism or other learning disabilities. They just learn differently. And it's our job as educators to make sure we're leveling that playing field and giving them the tools they need to survive, because they can do it.
Leveling the playing field does not mean that we don't teach to the same rigor that is required. What it does mean is that we make sure that each student gets what they need in order to perform optimally.
Behind the scenes at Pepin Academies, there's a delicate balance going on. Teachers encourage students to excel at schoolwork while at the same time temper expectations by allowing students to learn at their own pace.
What the neurotypical child learns the first 1 or 2 times, a student with a learning disability has to hear 30, 40 times in order for them to process that information and then be able to use it.
If you had a student that had an audio processing delay, you might say, okay, I'm going to ask them the question that I would another student, but I'm going to give them longer and more sufficient time to provide an answer.
And sometimes that means allowing students to perform atypical activities that might seem unusual in a standard school setting.
When you see a student who is self-stemming or is doing some type of strategy that they've developed to emotionally regulate and no one in the class is laughing at them, that is a kindness that I think only our students are able to develop.
Do something like provide a flexible response where a student is allowed to respond in a number of different ways. For instance, maybe not, if writing is not their strength, if they have something like dysgraphia, then maybe you can have them give an oral response, or vice versa.
According to teachers at Pepin Academies, there are proven strategies that parents can try at home. Strategies that are designed to push children, but not too far.
I think that the first thing that they need to concern themselves with is the home environment. Having maybe a designated area for the child to work that is optimized for their achievement. For example, if you have a student that is easily distractible, by certain things, maybe it's the use of their phone, maybe it's the computer, then have an environment where they can go where those are not temptations.
Self-control has been my enemy for a couple of years now.
Nico is self-aware. His issue of self-control is common among several students who attend Pepin Academies. With help from professional educators, students like Nico can figure out work environments that work best for them.
In a quiet room, when I'm all by myself doing work, I feel focused and actually really good.
Our students are with us 8-9 hours a day. However, the rest of the day they are at home with their parents or with their guardians or families. So really what we are teaching here at Pepin is we would love for that to be reinforced at home. So increasing their social skills, getting them out and socializing with people their age, ensuring that they know how to advocate for themselves. Practice with them, maybe in the grocery store, instead of you going up to the employee and saying, hey, do you know where the bread is? Ask your child to go. Because that's one thing that we consistently see across the board from elementary all the way through our transition program is our students just need more help advocating for themselves.
And social success, say educators, is equally important as academic success. The goal, they say, is providing a solid foundation for living a happy and productive life.
As my brain increases with knowledge, my grade levels will increase, and I feel like I'm ready for anything.
Reporting for A World of Difference, I'm Dave DeJohn.